He adored New York City. He idolized it all out of proportion. He romanticized it all out of proportion.
Good morning, New Yorkers. We're in for a beautiful sunny day, temperatures reaching up to 82 degrees. Perfect weather for outdoor activities.
I always say that if I wasn't born and raised here, that I would always find my way here. New York is honestly my first love. And people always say, like, you never forget the feeling like you have with your first love. And I truly feel that, because whenever I return back to New York, I always have the same feeling. If I ever go away on a trip or go anywhere that's not a city like New York, whenever I come back, I always feel that same feeling of like I'm home, and it's just good to be here.
So my expectations were drawn from movies. And so I imagine basically the streets of Wall Street or Midtown, so Fifth Avenue with big tall buildings everywhere. And I was a bit afraid because I was thinking we would never see the light of day. And then I started living here in downtown, so East Village, and it really looks like a village. There's a lot of trees, there's a lot of little cafes, so it's much nicer and much more livable than I thought it would be.
I think keeps you busy. So you always feel productive because everyone else is also doing so many things. And then also you're always surrounded by people. So even if it's in the middle of the night, you're gonna see people, you know?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest thing is I can do anything I want here. If I decide I don't want to do what I'm doing anymore, there's so many resources that you're able to get connected with, and then just if you want to start a whole new life, you can start a whole new life.
So the first thing that comes to mind is hard work, hustle, and a place full of immigrants. And which is great that if you're an immigrant, it makes you feel like all come from the same place. We all born from the same shit, which just makes you feel good. So everyone kind of belong with you.
There's a certain sense of humor and kind of commonness in New York.
I think also what he's getting at is just being exposed to that many different.
Yeah, there's so many different ways of
backgrounds, people of different cultures. That's such a big thing that people don't appreciate if they're from a whole other state or even another country across seas. They're just always around the people that look the same, act the same, and think the same. Here, you get a taste of everything.
Class-wise too.
That also proves, I think, another important point which is it's not just people from the city that recognize that, it's people that immigrate here, and they travel all the way to America. They come to places like New York and progressive locations, and they understand that people here are accepting. They understand all these different ways of life.
So I think it's interesting how it is a city full of so much diversity. It's so many different people, but you really have to choose. You can stay in your kind of ignorant bubble in a way, or just not even necessarily ignorant, but just what you grew up in, and not meet new people. But you can make that decision.
Just talk to anyone from Long Island or Jersey.
Get that experience.
Like if you want to live here and want to be happy here, you have to. You have to learn that. You have to understand and respect each other. It's not like you have to impose yourself into someone because they're gonna let you know that they're gonna tolerate that shit. It's like, yeah, fuck off.
Certain pride from being from New York too. Like when we were all in Greece, like I was proud to be like, oh, I'm from New York, because like, you know, and same with you with California, like
recognize
everyone New York, everyone knows, like you're like, yeah, like I'm from there, you know. There's definitely like a pride to it.
That 9/11 happened, okay? And they had all of these pictures of people. Their proms, their graduations, Sweet 16, you could see them living their lives. So the loss was more profound, even though I didn't know the people, because I'm thinking about their lives and my own life, my own children, you know what I mean? You're saying, wow, this is this person's life. That was really deep. All through Washington Square Park, there were candles and pictures of people's lives when they were children, their families. And it was sadness. I mean, I just felt that it was sadness. The environment changed because a lot of people are scared. They're afraid. I mean, even TSA, it takes you 20 years to get through there. People are so afraid. You know, I was on a plane coming from Atlanta, and there was this woman from Africa, and she accidentally hit her recorder or whatever. It started playing Arabic music. The whole plane damn near freaked.
I'm Muslim, and my father's name is Muhammad. And like, I know he always tells me stories about like the first 2 months afterwards. A lot of people just really misread a lot of the stuff that they thought that they were sharing about the religion and whatnot. And like he's had some like hate crimes committed against him, and I know a lot of family members that have too, just because of the religion.
But to pick one area, it'd probably be easier to pick like what doesn't need help rather than what does, because there's a lot of areas, whether it's like allocation of funds of where money's going to, like we keep funneling it into things like the NYPD rather than education, infrastructure, our transit system, our healthcare, all of that takes a seat on the back burner, and more things like cops are being funded. But then when you're in the station, you never see them or anything, and when you need them, they're not there.
Homelessness is the worst problem here, and no one gives a shit. Like it's people just walk by and are numb to it. Like people in my class like make jokes about it at a supposedly progressive school. It's sick. Like there were a solid group of kids at the high school I went to that were homeless or in shelters. One of my best friends was in a shelter for a long time, and it's something that really they're like not people like as progressive as people want to be, and that and drugs are a big problem.
The cost of living, period. Rent is the worst. Rent is worse. I think the average, what is it right now in Manhattan? The average 2-bedroom apartment goes for $4,000 a month.
As a real estate now,
Seriously, I mean, $4,000. Brooklyn is right behind.
No, the cheapest 1-bedroom I could get in Manhattan is probably $3,700.
Yeah. And Brooklyn is not far behind, because I live in Brooklyn, and it's bad.
You won't go through New York without hearing music somewhere. So many genres of music have blossomed and started in New York, but then also music is such a huge way for communities to connect and stay connected. Anyone from the Heights will tell you like it feels like you're in DR because everyone on the street is just blasting bachata, and that's how the people from the same country connect. People who haven't been exposed to that music fall in love with it and learn new dances and learn different genres and different artists and even different languages, because music in other languages other than English are good. Who would have thought?
The biggest sport in New York, NBA, basketball, definitely basketball. Yeah, it is like that. I hate this pickleball shit. Don't start that. Like the mini tennis shit they're playing right now in every park. Yeah, like that. So no, basketball. Yeah.
Overall, like the whole, if you're going to look at the whole America,
It's
it's definitely baseball. Baseball has become a very big pastime.
Well, a lot of people play it in other places because they have more space. We don't have that kind. We never did have that kind of space for baseball. But I mean, the Yankees. I mean, people go to Yankee games, the Met games. But everybody's favorite team is probably the Knicks, even though they don't win much. Very expensive to go. Madison Square Garden is the world's most famous arena.
Or you can go like right there. There's a court, and you can find some amazing motherfuckers playing ball because they want to be drafted. You can be like, people go there and pay money. No, you paper bag your beer, you watch an amazing game.
Oh, it's just how it was. I grew up in Harlem, like Harlem Rucker Park. It's a famous basketball park where it's like a bunch of all-time greats, KD, Carmelo, a lot of great basketball players went there. So, and I grew up in that environment. So it's hard living in Harlem, growing up in the projects. Basketball was a getaway. That's all it is.
Hold on, you have 3 big hockey teams.
But nobody goes there. Nobody goes there. There's 8 million people in New York. And how many people go watch hockey?
Wait, New York Islanders are sold out almost every game. I know because
they're sold out, but there's only 20,000 seats in there. There's 8 million people in New York.
I have season tickets for the Islanders.
Well, I guess that's good. I have season tickets for the Knicks.
So I spent 7 years in America, living 5 years in Seattle, 2 years in San Francisco. And until I came here, I thought that I was done with America, that I had experienced it and I didn't like it. And I told myself I'm gonna try to live just 1 month in New York and see that maybe that would be the place in America that I like. And it turned out to like. So yes, I would definitely plan on living here.
Motherfuckers better know.